Hey, folks, this goes out to you entrepreneurs out there carving a better way and providing for yourselves, your families, and your futures. Reaching out to you all out there to keep you motivated, inspired, encouraged, but also informed about entrepreneurship and how to start business. So just out and about again, about to head and meet some clients later on and do one of my gigs and meet at my first business and meet up with some other folks later, hopefully, and just continue the journey of entrepreneurship and sharing information with you guys too as well. And I don't know, man, I was listening this morning to a great interview. I forgot the guy's names, but it just really motivated me and gave me a lot of insight about the ups and downs in entrepreneurship. You know, like a lot of the things to look out for and to be aware of inside your own self and your own mind and things of that nature. So I'm thinking of 3 categories of people to be aware of and also to know which one are you. Number 1, of course, would be an entrepreneur. And that's, you know, what we talk about a lot, about how to become an entrepreneur, a person that does business, that their whole lifestyle is geared towards how to do business, learning continuously about business. They're basically able to turn anything into an opportunity. And it's not saying they're just super opportunistic where they just, you know, do people wrong and things of that nature for an opportunity, but it's more about seeing opportunities in the midst of anything like crises and things of that nature, or seeing opportunities in the midst of lack. I mean, it just goes back to the candy lady, I guess. They realized that there's a lot of kids in the neighborhood, and the store, the closest convenience store, maybe 5 or 10 miles away, or even 3 or 4 miles away. But instead of letting the kids walk that far, hey, store up a candy store or a candy supplier or whatever in her own home. So it's like that person realizing there's a lack of candy. This is funny because I'm thinking about all the candy that I ate growing up, and that's terrible too. I'll tell you the truth, man. I'm sure the dentist made tons of money off me. But back to the story. So it's basically the supply and demand type of thing, where that particular lady, she figured out that there was a demand for candy, so hey, she created a supply for it. It's just that simple, and that's what entrepreneurs do. But then you also have the Wantepreneurs, and they're pretty okay. They're kind of in between. They want to become entrepreneurs. They're aspiring to become entrepreneurs, but they just don't know where to start. They just don't know what product to provide. They don't know what service to provide. They don't know where to begin. Maybe they've been working their whole life. Maybe they've been in school their whole life. Maybe they're young and just been in school and just working or whatever, and just don't know where to begin in entrepreneurship. And that's kind of okay too, because at least you're aspiring to become an entrepreneur. At least you're aspiring to, you know, take your life back and your time back in your own hands. You just need to know where to begin, and that's where we help out too. We definitely help you out along the way. There's a number right below this video that you can actually contact me, and I can actually help you out with some of the coaching sessions and beginning a business. But getting to number 3, and these are the ones that you really have to watch out for, man. I feel like you seriously have to watch out for these type of people, because their energy can rub off on you, and it can mess around and infect your thinking and get you thrown off track, and now you're kind of like, you know, now discouraged and things of that nature. And those are the Watchepreneurs. So you have entrepreneur, Wantepreneur, but then you have the Watchepreneurs. And the Watchepreneurs are the ones that are constantly watching on the sidelines, cracking jokes, talking about you behind your back, maybe sometimes even cheering in front of you. But then when they get with their other crew, they're sitting around laughing to bring up your name. You know how it goes sometimes. You heard it. and maybe some of us have done it, but you've overheard those conversations where somebody's name is brought up, and in the next 5 or 10 minutes they're joking about it. And unfortunately, sometimes that person that they brought up is actually someone that's doing something, and someone that's their friend and really trying to go for their dreams in life. But that whole table just busts out laughing, and then they just start jigging at them and making fun and cracking jokes and things of that nature. But really, in essence, they're just watchpreneurs. They're just watching. And the crazy thing is, a lot of those people are the same ones that want to do what it is that you want to do. They're just scared to do it. Either they're scared to do it, or they just lack the fortitude to go forward. Maybe they're nervous about being embarrassed. I don't know, even the mention of fearful and nervous will set them off. But maybe they just feel some type of way about going through the process and not wanting to be embarrassed through failure, because they're looking at the things you're going through the ups and downs, and they're pointing out all the failures and not realizing that failure is a part of the success. Now, these sometimes are the same people that can tell you this. They can give you the speech. They can give you the motivation in front of you, but in essence, they don't believe it themselves. And that's where really the real challenge comes in at, where when you're surrounded by these watchpreneurs that only watch and don't do, well, their energy rubs off on you. And they're constantly chipping away at you with certain comments. Now, they're perceived as jokes and lighthearted, things of that nature. But really, there's some energy behind those jokes. And some meaning behind it. There's some feeling behind it for real. And in essence, not saying necessarily they want you to fail per se, but they're just not that thrilled about you succeeding either. Because they just want to crack more jokes. Like, cracking jokes at you distracts them from doing what they know they need to be doing. Because the mere fact that you're doing what you're doing is actually always continuously reminding them of what they are not doing. And that's something to really think about and be aware of, because you have to be able to be cognizant of this type of energy from these type of people in your life, because this can affect your decision making. It can affect your attitude. It can affect you when you do go through your ups and your downs, especially your downs, and especially the beginning process time, because you're trying to build your own confidence up, and then you're having to deal with people that honestly you do care about, but you start seeing how these type of people's energy is rubbing off on you, and it becomes draining. You already have to deal with you, and you can become your biggest enemy, so you don't need no more enemies. So be aware of those type of people, the watchpreneurs that just watching on the sidelines, critiquing everything you do, critiquing everything you say, everything you're trying to do in your business. They have the answer to everything, but they themselves not doing anything. So watch out for those types, and just be aware. Not saying you just have to cut everybody off per se, but just be more aware. And know sometimes they just don't know any better. That's just all that they know. I mean, if anything, y'all probably grew up together and made fun of people together. So that's just part of the relationship and the friendship that y'all may have had. But now you're trying to go to another level, and you have to just be aware of that type of energy in your life. So it's something to think about as you go throughout your day-to-day in entrepreneurship and going forward and going for your dreams in life. So remember, which of those three categories do you fall in? That's the biggest thing, challenging yourself and being aware of your own self. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a Wantepreneur? Or are you a Watchepreneur? And once you figure that out, you would then start knowing how, what up? You would then start knowing where to go, where to begin, where to start. Like, you start doing the necessary research to grow yourself, to grow your business, to do what you know you already need to do. So think about that as you go throughout your day-to-day. If you need any help, any type of guidance, any type of coaching, you definitely can contact me, H.Bush, at the number right below this video. You can contact me, leave me a message, and I'll definitely contact you back within the next 24 to 48 hours. Think about that, man. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a aspiring entrepreneur, which would be a Wantepreneur? Or are you a Watchepreneur? And as you go throughout your day, think about which category you fall in and operate from there. And just be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And you can go forward in life and really start creating the dreams and the desires and the businesses that you've been wanting to do. And like I said, if you need any help, contact me. There's a number right below this video. And we can definitely get started with setting up. I'll start out with a free consultation. And then what we will do is schedule some coaching sessions from that point on, geared from the discussion that we have in the free consultation. And then we'll get you started with a step-by-step. I guide you step-by-step, one-on-one, in how to start that business and grow the current business that you may have now. Or maybe just get your product out there and your service out there that you have now. And then also subscribe to the YouTube channel. At this YouTube channel, subscribe to it and share it with somebody too as well. And that way you can stay in the loop of all of the free updates and free videos that we're constantly sharing here, and be able to help others along the way too as well. And get a copy of the Entrepreneur Training Course at entrepreneurtrainingcourse.com. That link is below this video too as well. So go for it, take some action today, and go out there and make it happen. Take care and God bless.